Yeah, it is New Year's Eve, it's December the 31st. And to this year will officially end in about 10 hours, if so. But nevertheless, I hope everybody is having an amazing day. For me, trying to trying to get through this day and hurry up for 2017. Not so much as I'm changing. I'm not changing a lot in terms of my goals, but I just wanted to take a moment to talk about lessons of 2017, the things that I've learned that hopefully can shed some light and help you in all of your endeavors as you approach 2017 and beyond. I learned a lot this year, to be honest with you. Hey, it's Ray. Let me tell you something. What happened last night, though, before we begin. So, working on this whole book deal, right? Writing this book, and had a contract before me, right? And I'm ignorant to the whole publishing and book deal thing and all of that. I'm not knowledgeable. I thought I knew a little, but I really don't. But I don't want to talk so much as the book deal, but I want to talk about the mindset. What's up, Kim? I want to talk about the mindset that I had. So I'm sitting down there. I'm sitting at the, talking about the whole book and the scheme of things. And as a result, I'm looking at this contract that is before me. The contract says that I have to put down a certain amount of money. Also, it said that all of my royalties, the publisher or the person would get 10% of my royalties, 15% of media, and a whole bunch of other gamuts. They have total control over this, that, and the other. So in my in my mind, I'm saying, okay, because I've been working on some things for years, and so now this is my opportunity, the opportunity to make it happen, the opportunity to get it off my plate, the opportunity to do the thing that I have been desiring to do for so long. Let me give it to you again. I'm writing this book, working on this book deal, right? Got the contract in front of me, right? It said I will give $2,500, right? In addition to the $2,500, I give up all my say as it pertains to the book, right? Give up 10%. Listen to this. 10% of 15% of all media profits or whatever. That's just to say that if it ever comes out as a movie, they get 15% of that, 10% of all of this other stuff, and blah, 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 blah. Right? Took the pen, gave it to me. Right? And I started reading it. I started getting overwhelmingly happy. Why? Because the thing that I desired the most was about to come true. The thing that I wanted the most was about to come true. The thing that was on my bucket list was about to be checked off. And I'm on my way to the plateau that I was shooting for. Read it, give it this lock and load, and sign the contract. And in the midst of signing that, I would have signed everything that I was shooting for. In the midst of that, I would have created things on my bucket list. And in the midst of that, I would have lived in regret versus living in sufficiency. Why? Because my feelings, my euphoria took over. And I was in a rush to do it. And I'm saying to you, in 2014, we ain't rushing to do nothing. That's number one. The lesson is learned is you ain't rushing to date. We're not going to rush to do anything. When it presents itself, that's when we take advantage of it. And if we've thought it through, we're not going to move in haste. We have to think our way through our opportunities, think our way through our situations, and become better, meticulously. We're going to be more meticulous in how we approach things in 2017. So I'm looking at the contract. So I call my buddy up, right? Call my buddy up, Leroy. And if any of you are looking to, he's a publisher, right? So I called him up real late last night. And if any of you, he has like 6 books out. If any of you are looking to publish a book, looking for somebody to get your name out there or help you publish and things of that nature, he's awesome. You can go to his website. I think it's jnfenterprises.com, or you can request him as a Facebook friend at Leroy McKenzie Jr. Leroy McKenzie Jr., Baltimore, Maryland, and go to his website. So I called him up. He said, nah, you can't sign it. He said, because what they want to do is just take away everything. He said there's segments to the steps. If you need an editor, if you need a transcriber and blah, 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 this is what they charge. And then the 10% and the 15% is a whole nother platform, but you can do it yourself. But on the contract, all of my rights and everything was laid out in this contract. And I wanted to do it. And I was ready to count to 3 and sign it. And I'm saying to you, the second lesson that we have to learn in 2000, as we approach 2017, is that you have to believe in yourself that opportunities are going to continually come your way. You can't go into 2017 with shady, petty, whining, mediocre, average thinking. You just can't. Because if you didn't think a person would have signed that contract if they were thinking that another opportunity was going to come there, wasn't going to come their way. And you can't think like that. You have to believe in yourself that as you approach 2017, you have to say to yourself that opportunities are going to come my way. If I keep going the way that I'm going, if I keep progressing, if I keep educating myself, if I keep going forward, then opportunities they don't have a choice but to come my way. I'm not going to be rushed into anything. I'm not going to be pressured into anything. Why? Because I am who I am, and I believe in what I believe, and who I believe in makes all the difference in the world. That's lesson number one. The second lesson that I learned in 2017 is that you can't look for the bad to happen. Listen to this. You can't look for the bad to happen. You can't say to yourself, listen to this, because what happens is that when good stuff come to us, we always look at the bad that could possibly happen. If somebody gave us, hypothetically, if somebody walked up to us and said to us, here, God told me to bless you with a car. If somebody hypothetically just walked up to you right now and they say to you, God told me to bless you with this car. The first thing we typically do is that we resist. The second thing we do is look for the slickness of it. You know, what's behind it? Why is it? Because oftentimes we do that. And then the second thing is we act in such a disbelief that we won't even touch the car. You know why? Because we've been subjected to believe that we don't deserve the best. That's why. And in 2017, you have to go in believing that you deserve whatever's coming your way, the good. You have to believe that there's no bad in God. There's only lessons. Let me give it to you again. Somebody has to tweet that out. You have to believe that there's no bad in God. There's only lessons. And I'm saying to you that you have to, and believe in that because you're his child, you have to believe that no good thing will he ever withhold from you. 2017, sure, it's going to present some obstacles, but when you look at the good things that's going to happen to you, they surely outweigh the bad things. Therefore, you don't have to look at what's behind the curtain because the curtain has been removed. Believe that nothing but good things are going to happen to you. Stop looking for the failure. Stop looking for the things that might happen, the bad things and things. Start believing that you deserve nothing but the best. That's the second lesson. My phone is about to die, y'all, but look. And the third lesson is, and this is a tough one, that I'm going to look for I'm going to look at my struggles differently. I'm going to look at my struggles differently. I'm not going to allow my struggles to take hold of my mind any longer. I'm going to look at it differently. My struggles cannot take over me. I'm going to take over them. I can't look at my struggles. I can't be like the proverbial ostrich, or I can't be like a dog that wags his tail takes his tail and put it beneath his legs. No, I'm going to take my struggles by the horns and I'm going to handle them instead of letting them handle me. Because what happens is, in your struggles, what you do is that whenever we're struggling, we, instead of gathering things or gathering facts that's going to support us coming out of the struggle, we gather facts that supports while we're in the struggle. Good God Almighty. You got to put that out. Put that out on your face. To tweet that out for me. Let me give it to you again. Instead of finding facts to support while we're coming out of the struggle, I'm going to have to preach that. We go and find facts to support while we're in the struggle, and we justify while we're staying in the struggle. 2017 has to be different. The struggle can't overwhelm me. I'm too gifted. I'm too anointed. You can't allow it to overwhelm you. You have to take the struggle and dictate who you will be in the struggle and how you're coming out. Gather facts to support that I'm coming out of this, and I'm coming out of this strong. I'll give you part 2 later because I don't want this to cut off on you. But listen to this. Take those 3 lessons. Don't be in rush to sign anything. Be meticulous about everything. Realize that you're so wonderful that opportunities are going to come your way. The second thing is that you deserve the best. The third thing is that I just forgot what the third thing is. The third, I forgot. I'll take the struggles. I take my struggles and I'll grab them by the horn. Something amazing is going to happen to you. Make sure that you find your way to church. If you don't have a church place, come to New Psalmist Baptist Church. It's 6201, I think it's 6201 Marion Drive, 21215. The services today are 12, 6, and 10. We'd love to have you. And then tomorrow is 12 o'clock. Make sure your face is in the place. The church has something going on 7 days a week. Trust me. You'll never have an excuse not to do nothing. Believe that. I'll see you later on. We'll pick up where we left off later on. I love you. Holla at your